And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure oil olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually in the tabernacle of the congregation. And it shall be a statute forever in your generations.
The Eternal Light. The National Broadcasting Company and its affiliated independent stations present The Eternal Light, a program which comes to you under the auspices of the Jewish Theological Seminary of America. Our program today, River Jordan, is an original drama by Irv Tunick, with material drawn from the book entitled The River Jordan by Dr. Nelson Glick, president of Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion. It is the first of a series of 4 programs presented in observance of the 10th anniversary of the State of Israel.
It has been said, it is with rivers as it is with people. The greatest are not always the most agreeable, nor the best to live with. Statistics are easy. The Jordan runs 100 miles from head to toe, and meanders once again that distance. Posed against the Mississippi, it is only a mill stream. Against the Amazon, it is only a rill. But in the blaze and glint of history, the Jordan rolls in flood, rinsing the land of Zion.
Flow on, Jordan, flow along, waves in a chorus roaring, flood the banks with legions strong, silver water pouring.
Like a mighty thunder let resound, voice of waves in gladness. Lead on, Jordan, o'er the ground once we left in sadness.
Flow on, Jordan, with a will, write the thrilling story of a people guarding still our ancient pride and glory.
The infant river is suckled by the snows of Hermon, and a tale is told well worth repeating. After the Lord had given the holy law to Israel from Mount Sinai, all the other mountains crinkled their cheeks in anger. Indignant, snubbed, their spokesman pleaded,
Why did you give the holy law from Mount Sinai and not from other mountains?
It was a fair question, demanding an unprejudiced answer. So the Lord commanded the mountains to set themselves in orderly rows, so that he could hear each one's plaint in order. With much tumbling and rumbling and a good bit of grumbling, the mountains came to order. Moreh, Ebal, Ephraim, Gerizim, Nebo, each in turn complaining. Last of all, a small, lowly hill approached the throne. The Lord asked, What is thy name?
My name is Hermon. Why did you not give the Torah from me? At the borders of the Holy Land am I, from my feet flow the fountains of Jordan, which is so dear to you. Why was the Torah not given from me?
And the Lord smiled, and summer was everywhere. And then he said, Verily, it would have been fitting that the holy law should be given from you. But since it was not, I give you another gift. I shall make you loftier than all the mountains of the land, and upon your highest portions shall eternal snow rest, and all the mountains shall envy you. And this is as it is. Hermon stands above the floor of Zion, like a food-laden table on Shabbat, covered with the spotless cloth of eternal snow. with sunbeams for candelabra and cool springs for wine. Four streams are suckled by Hermann. Legend tells us these streams quarreled just as the mountains quarreled. How human is nature. And called to the Lord of the universe to judge between them. The Lord of the universe descended to earth and pondered the matter, for the arguments were well advanced, and each stream had advocated its claim with wisdom. At length, the Lord of the universe rose from the hill and counseled, "Rivers, you are dear to me, all four. Hearken to my counsel. United all four and together, ye will indeed be the most important river in the world." And this was done. And the rivers clasped each other so firmly that none could tell their streams apart. And so was born the Jordan.
Up the hill and down the vale, through field and meadow swinging, tiny saplings in their hands, children march on singing. On this day we dig and plant, thrusting deep the root. On this spot one day will rise a grove of shade and fruit. Sing and plant, plant and sing, you and I hand in hand. Sing and plant, plant and sing, from Galilee to Judah land.
7 miles from the joining of the streams, the young Jordan empties into Lake Hula. What have we here? Strange animals have come to Hula. Hungry anthropoids that gulp the clay and loam, with skinny necks and iron bellies. Genus Milwaukee. Steam shovels to you. For here at Hula, a transformation has begun. Pioneers are mining a swamp, bringing out land. Here in miniature is the long, sad song of Zion, once brilliantly fertile, a fecund valley, thickly populated, prosperous. Months later, on the dust-deep road that wound down from Tiberias, a small, thin figure walked swiftly. His pants were patched with the dirt of travel, and his eyes were tired. When he came to the watchman, he stopped and looked at the new-cut fields around him.
Is this Dagania?
Yes. Who are you?
My name is Barsky.
Barsky?
Solomon Barsky. I'm Moshe's younger brother. My father sent me here to take his place.
Dagania, Kinneret, Shar Hagolan, Afikim. Tick off the names with reverence. These are the desert-born, the man-made. These are the arms extended, the welcome calls. Gesher, Maoz, Ashdod Yaakov. Green flame in the desert. Come, they say, come and see. What is done will be done again. There is room by the Jordan. There is wheat. Below Galilee, the Jordan digs deeper into the soil. No longer silver, its sheen is gone now. And the stream is burnt down and churning like apple butter in the making. Whirlpools, rapids, water like emery scraping its shores, dragging rich topsoil into its turbulence. 6 miles below Dagania, the Jordan meets the Yarmouk and power. How long is the road from blind mules to kilocycles? How far the journey from Genesis to generators? Here it is, all nicely put together, a diorama of man's healthy dreams. The horn of the shepherd still sounds from the hilltop, but its counterpoint is the whine of high-tension lines of electricity scudding across wires to clean barns and nurseries and quiet rooms where scholars read. Fold down a corner of your memory at this point. Mark it well, for here is the promise of Eretz Yisrael. Power will emancipate the land. And there is a dream afoot, a plan. A man by name of Loudermilk came to Zion, and with a hypodermic of sharp facts and cold figures, syringed a dream into the blood of young men. He said,
I envisage a Jordan Valley Authority built along the lines of the TVA. It would have 2 basic purposes: irrigation, power. The sweet water of the upper Jordan would be channeled into irrigation canals that would extend along both sides of the Jordan Valley and the plain of Sharon to the Negev. Along both sides, over 750,000 acres could be irrigated, reviving earth that has lain arid for centuries and making it produce 2 or 3 crops a year. The salt waters of the Mediterranean, diverted through a 28-mile canal and tunnel starting near Mount Carmel, would pour down into the Dead Sea. Nearly 1 billion kilowatt hours of cheap electric energy would finally be available to the Jordan Valley Authority. There is not a single engineering barrier to this project. It is sensible, feasible, and badly needed. It would be a demonstration of how the eroded lands of the entire Middle East could be restored to fertility.
And so, leaning on tilted drawing boards in Tel Aviv, under fluorescent lights in Jerusalem, the young engineers of Zion are tracing lines, computing stresses and strains, sketching, drafting, dreaming, believing, waiting. Now the humor of the river changes. The Jordan grows old now, and its way is wrinkled. This is the Tzor, the jungle of the Jordan. A pestilence, a green mire, a thick mucus growth dribbling down the shirt front of Zion. Enough of this place, we move on. On to where? Listen.
Jackals are wailing all the night, and only he who knows the stars can find the way through desert and wasteland.
This is the end now. The Dead Sea, the toenail of the Jordan. But look about you. These hills, are they familiar? Do you see them with the annoyance of having seen them all before, but not knowing when?
Jackals are wailing all the night, and only he who knows the stars can find the way through desert and wasteland.
We have been here before, all of us, for this is the point of decision. Moses led us here. Remember now? Remember? Now the wanderers rested. Their tent flaps licked the sweet breeze of pine-clad Gilead like the tongues of thirsty kittens. 40 years of wandering through the wilderness. And now, as seen from the heights, the promised land was a bare week's journey ahead. Only the valley of the Jordan was between. Ecstasy and the passion of homecoming blazed in many hearts. But there were some who drew away. There were some who dug their fingers into the earth and felt the fertility of the land in their palms. This was a good place. This was a good soil. This was a promise more certain than the promise of the book. And so the leaders of the tribes of Reuben, of Gad, and half of Manasseh came to Moses and pleaded,
"Bring us not over the Jordan. Let us build sheepfolds for our flocks here, and cities for our children."
And Moses replied,
"Shall your brethren go to war, and shall ye sit here? And wherefore do ye discourage the heart of the children of Israel from going over into the land which the Lord hath given to them?"
This was the point of decision. Here, on these hills, the dream faltered, stumbled, then caught its balance and went on, over the Jordan. The Jordan now, as then, is the symbol of the dream of Zion, living and ending within the geography of Israel. This is no common river. This is not just another italic on a map, a trade route between here and there. This is Jordan. Its waters are the fulsome springs of young Judea. This is the frontier of the promise. This is a promise beyond the recall of man, a haven, a refuge granted by God's will. Come, it cries, come to Zion, come to the shores of Jordan. Walk in the sun, smell the wheat, read your books, bear your children, sing your songs. Come to the Jordan.